So yeah, if anyone is watching, this is the Zelda 2 tournament, the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament. The name of this tournament is the Standard 2018. And tonight we've got a double feature race for you. We're gonna have TheAllanHeffley versus jkoper and bentglasstube against Link7777. They will be playing, the 4 players will be playing the same seed. However, their standing in the tournament in their matches will be against their rival. So the Swiss round, which is the first 4 rounds of this tournament, has a very friendly set of flags. You start out with the candle, and there are keys, more keys than usual in the palaces, so you can explore the palaces early if you choose to do so. And well, the more difficult flags of the game are turned off, like the one that mixes the enemies, the large and the small enemies in the encounters and in the palaces. And this has the new features of the randomizer that include the hidden palace, the hidden town, and the helpful hints and the spell hints that townspeople give to you. So let's see what the outcome of this race is. We have very experimented players tonight. We've got jkoper on your top right. We've got TheAllanHeffley, who is the organizer of this tournament, in the top left. We've got bentglasstube on the bottom left, and finally we've got Link7777 on the bottom right. So we've got top players tonight. This is anybody's game. We'll see what this seed will offer to these guys. So I am gonna refresh. You're gonna see weird images. And yeah, we've got jkopers. I was a little bit worried about it. And now he's live. So I believe we will start at 1 AM Eastern time. So that is 3.5 minutes from now. Well, let's check if jkoper is cropped correctly. It appears to be, so he's a little bit down. That's a little bit. Much. Already. We cannot. Looks better. Let's bring a little bit to the right. And this too. Where is the... oh, okay, it is my cam. The culprit is my cam. Okay, that looks better, I believe. So 2 minutes before it's 1 a.m. So I hope PGT avenges you, the Countess. So all of these players won their first match. Link 7 won against the Countess. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. Duster W beat TheAllanHeffley. jkoper was beaten by Amazing Toaster. And bentglasstube, where are you? bentglasstube won against Zio. So we are waiting for jkoper to ready up. He has his stream on. And we are almost ready to go. I'm getting a little bit of buffering. Well, let's hope it isn't that bad throughout the race. This is the first time I restream a 4-way race. So TheAllanHeffley and Link 7 will use the Zelda sprite that was designed by Nightcrawler, who just raced an hour ago and won his race, so congratulations to him. I didn't check out what sprite will bentglasstube be racing with. Will start at any moment. So as you can see, jkoper game over because he got an encounter that he didn't like. So that's a very wise move from him. He finds Palace 1, which is very good to find early. And he finds the graveyard tile that has the pivot in it. So he's gonna take his points up. He wants that attack level. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley is in the brink of death. And jkoper finds the grass tile. He's gonna get to it as soon as he exits this forest tile encounter. Meanwhile, bentglasstube finds the town of Sadium. jkoper gets a hard container in the grass tile. Followed suit by Link 7. And we've got Jump Cave. Pretty useless at this moment, because the players don't have jump and they don't know if they will need cross Jump Cave to get to the other side. That is a mystery at this point. And Link 7 finds Pivot Cave, while TheAllanHeffley is exploring, takes a peek into that mountain and gets out of there. So let's see what Link 7 finds. It is a hard container, so this city is giving you lots of love. TheAllanHeffley getting into Pivot Cave to get his hard container. jkoper going for the forest tiles. Maybe suspects that Bagu will be a thing. Or Bagu, I don't know where the accent is. TheAllanHeffley getting his hard container. While bentglasstube finds Trophy Cave. And Link 7 takes a peek into that mountain. And it is a cross in Trophy Cave. Very useful item to find early, especially because when you go to the east you tend to be unprepared in terms of levels, and the MOAs kick your ass. So finding that is very, very good. So sorry if I don't sound hyped up. Pretty late here, so I cannot speak very loudly. But I hope you like my sexy, quiet voice. All players getting their hard containers, while TheAllanHeffley gets into Palace 1, I believe. So thank you, Ryan. Yeah, a very, very close and tense match. So let's see if Ryan's decision to explore Palace 1 is the right one. There is a problem for him, and that is the lack of keys. You can get some inside the palace, and you can get more keys by dropping, by the drops that the enemies give you when you kill them. Link 7 into Trophy Cave. He's gonna pick up his cross. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley advancing in Palace 1. He has two possibilities here. He can find a dead end that has a key in it, or he can find the boss, and both possibilities are good. One up for jkoper in the bomb tile. And there is the boss, Palace 1. Meanwhile, jkoper finds Bagoo, which could play a role at this moment. And Link 7, exploring Palace 1, finds a key lock and he has to go back. I believe I just jinxed TheAllanHeffley by saying that he defeated Horsehead ahead of time. But well, now he defeats him and places his first gem, while jkoper goes for his cross. As soon as jkoper leaps here, we're gonna see if finding Bagoo was good for him or not. He had already been there in that graveyard tile. I guess he's looking for Fairy Cave, but he doesn't have fairy, so I don't know what he's looking for. Maybe he did that to avoid encounters, or maybe I'm missing something important. So we've got Link 7 in his fight with Horsehead, while TheAllanHeffley just got out of the item room in Palace 1. I don't know if he found anything there, I just didn't catch it. Or if he didn't have any keys to get the item, but well, now he knows. And Link 7 placing his first gem, while TheAllanHeffley goes for his cross. And bentglasstube just got, I believe, a hard container out of Pivot Cave. Well, I wish I could Mr. Ryan 7. That would be great. So jkoper is using his Bagoo card. Gonna get some hints, hopefully he doesn't. And he's gonna get his first spell. He realizes that there could be a hint, an important hint. Hints have been vital in this tournament. But the bot doesn't know anything. So he goes for the mirror under the table. Meanwhile, Link 7 is gonna show us what the item in Palace 1 is, and it is the tension. It is a jar. Okay. I don't know if TheAllanHeffley had the opportunity to check that. And jkoper gets the spell out of Saria, which is not so helpful at the beginning of the game because it tends to be expensive, so you cannot use it. And jkoper finds hard container cave at the same time as TheAllanHeffley does. I'm not sure how TheAllanHeffley managed to find this part of the continent, but he did. So we'll see what this cave has for our players, and it is the medicine. Meanwhile, bentglasstube is in medicine cave. Oh, that is very unfortunate for Alan. Let's hope he doesn't have to come back there. Although he knows the way, it will be fast, but not desirable. So the raft is in medicine cave. And there is a magic container in magic container cave. So at this moment, TheAllanHeffley and jkoper are pretty much in the same rooms, exploring the same things. Yeah, spooning is a sexy word. Come on, jkoper, check for the hints. In a maze lies the boots. Okay, that's a very good hint. Let's hope TheAllanHeffley gets it. He knows nothing, and he goes in for the hint about the boots, so that's good. Anyone bentglasstube making some experience out of Palace 3 or 6? Yeah, I love getting spooned. Very sexy feeling. So I just missed the spell that jkoper got, but thankfully TheAllanHeffley is spooning him and he gets the fire spell. Helmet head guards the magic key, sorry. So that's a very good hint too. Then jkoper gets into Rudo. Yeah. Very convenient to have a spoon emote in Twitch. And Link 7 is gonna get his raft. bentglasstube explores middle, and TheAllanHeffley gets down stab, very important at this moment. The sooner you get up stab, the better. Sorry about that. bentglasstube finds the fairy cave, the fairy graveyard tile, I mean. And TheAllanHeffley goes in for his spell. So I believe the fire spell is linked to fairy, which can be good. So our top players don't have access to this, but our bottom players do. Pretty interesting set of things. So we've got a hint that the glove is in 4. Is that correct? bentglasstube getting his spell out of Stadia. And TheAllanHeffley following suit. Yeah, thank you for that hint. That is a very, very good hint. So bentglasstube is gonna ask the lady in Rudo where the trophy is, and the trophy is in Death Mountain. So that's a very good hint too. Yeah, TheAllanHeffley has the fairy and the fire spell. I forgot to put it in the tracker. Also jkoper has it. we've gotten again the in a maze like the boots, and is very helpful. And jkoper getting his fairy spell. However, it is pretty useless because the fire spell already did the fairy thing. So Link 7 getting the fire spell. And jkoper finds Palace 4. Gonna go for the item because he hasn't found the raft. So at 16 minutes, if you haven't found the raft, you start to worry a little bit. TheAllanHeffley will go through the fairy cave, which is the same cave as our container cave, but from the right. Killing the enemies can cause you trouble because if you find our container cave afterwards, the enemies won't be there and you will think that it is Parappa cave. So Link 7 in hard container cave. And now all our players have fairy, some way or another. Now, Link 7 getting his medicine. Meanwhile, jkoper finds the boss, but he cannot be defeated because jkoper doesn't have the reflect spell. So far we know that in a maze like the boots, that mountain holds the trophy. Helmet Head has the magic key, I believe. And Karok rides with the glove. So jkoper in Palace 1. Gonna find the boss soon. Meanwhile, Link 7 getting his down stab technique. Yeah, hype. We got a double feature race tonight with very experienced players. It's gonna be a very close one. Yeah, I mistook my memories, and yeah, jkoper is in Palace 4. He already found the boss. He's looking for the item. Lots of keylocks here and there, but he has the fairy spell. However, he has to die. And TheAllanHeffley will find the raft soon, so that's very good for him. However, we don't know if TheAllanHeffley got the hint about the glove. So that will give a very good lead to jkoper, because TheAllanHeffley will start exploring the east, looking for the glove and other things, and glove is right here in Palace 4. And yeah, this is a pretty difficult Palace 4. Finding the boss was pretty quick, but finding the item is proving to be quite a chore. Or but well, he's not the only one, so I guess Link 7 also got the hint. And is this it? Is this the room? It is, because he's looking forward to cast the fairy spell here and get his glove. And yes, the townspeople were right. The glove was in Palace 4. So yeah, we don't know if TheAllanHeffley knows. We know that Link knows, and we also don't know if bentglasstube knows. So yeah, the hints have been a very important part of this randomizer tournament. They have decided races. And jkoper finding the item in Palace 1, I believe. Is gonna facepalm a few moments from now. No, the townspeople don't lie. They are very sincere people. And yeah, this is the facepalm I was talking about. jkoper finding a jar in Palace 1. Yeah, thankfully no misleading hints. That will make this game a nightmare. But who knows, maybe someday there will be misleading hints. For now we want some the people in the towns to not say only I know nothing. We want them to say things like Raft Melody is McDonald's theme or something like that. So in the Zelda 1 randomizer, is there a way to know if the people are lying, or is there like a proportion of lies against real things? I don't know. Yeah, bentglasstube getting his jar. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley in Maze Island, he's looking for his boots. He finds Great Palace there. Great Palace likes being in the Maze Island. Okay, thank you for the explanation. TheAllanHeffley getting into the first item of Maze Island. And it is the boots. But yeah, TheAllanHeffley is getting trolled by the game because he didn't get the hint about the glove, so yeah. That will cost him. And there's the second item. Oh no, it is not. It is the same item, the same drop in Maze Island. Meanwhile, jkoper finally getting his raft. So yeah, that's one of the things about this randomizer. If the glove and the raft are in the west, getting the raft first can be very punishing for you. Let's see how this develops. We just had a race between Nightcrawler and Ryan 7 where both the players had very large leads at several moments of the race, so anything can happen in the randomizer, and as always, GP is the great equalizer. Has anyone else gotten the glove? I believe someone else got the glove. Was it Link 7? Did he get it? Did anyone catch Link 7 getting the glove? Well, Link 7 gets the boots. At least we know that. Yeah, an ace after he gets the boots, and he's gonna explore a different part of the... So, we don't know the location of the flute, and we haven't gotten neither the thunder or the reflect spell. So the child was in the maze. Who got it? TheAllanHeffley? Let's gonna guess TheAllanHeffley got it, and I believe jkoper will get it at any moment. So Link 7 didn't get the glove, which is very, very unfortunate. He was so close to it. Well, he wasn't close. The Palace 4 was large and trolly, but yeah, as well as TheAllanHeffley not getting the hint and getting the raft first is costing him quite a bit of time. So the only player that has the glove is jkoper. And meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley is in Darunia. He's gonna get his half-step technique. jkoper getting the child out of the maze island. And Link 7 is also gonna get his spell and probably the half-step technique. So yeah, this is a very juicy maze island. It had the child, it had the boots, and GP. Very important place. So TheAllanHeffley will get the spell out of Darunia. He's hoping for the thunder or reflect spell, and it is not. It is the jump spell, which is not total garbage, but not what he was looking for. And Link 7 is getting his own jump spell, and bentglasstube just got one item out of the island. Let's say it was the boots. And he's gonna get the other, which is the child. So I'm gonna put it in the tracker. Let's hope he gets both items. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley getting some experience out of the swamp tile in the east. So BGT got the kid, and now he's gonna get the boots. That is correct. So yeah, he got both items. I'm guessing Link 7 did too, but not sure. And the heart. Desert tile has a heart container in it. So very healthy seed. However, no shield spell or no life spell so far. TheAllanHeffley gets experience can out of the tiles in the east. Yeah, jkoper in an item cave, I believe, in the east. See what he gets, and Link 7 got something, but I'm not sure. jkoper finding the other evac cave in the east. Meanwhile, bentglasstube getting into 4. Let's hope he gets the glove. Let's hope he doesn't get disappointed by the location. By finding the boss first. TheAllanHeffley getting the shield spell. And Link 7 finding the thunder spell in the town of Naburu. TheAllanHeffley entering a pivot cave that I believe has a pivot. He will be happy because he's close to a level. And jkoper entering Old Kasuto, getting his shield spell. bentglasstube taking a dead abuse at Palace 4. TheAllanHeffley close to Valley of Death. You will check it out later. It's a pretty short Valley of Death, but there's a palace right around the corner. And I didn't see what the water tile held. TheAllanHeffley thinking if he wants to deal with that palace or not. He doesn't have the glove, so those are very tough decisions. Players are getting the upstep technique. They don't want to deal with an upstep required Great Palace. Link 7 getting his shield spell out of the Old Kasuto. And bentglasstube, he's doing his own work to get the glove out of Palace 4. I don't know if he knows if he got the hint. Jump spell for jkoper. So thank you for the host, Boss Thunder. We have a very interesting race, 4-way race of the tournament. We have 2 matches going on. The top 2 are fighting each other, and the bottom two are fighting each other too. So anything can happen. bentglasstube finds his glove. That will make him very happy. Boss Thunder is a guy that surprises you at GP in several rooms. That used to traumatize me as a kid, and the first times I played the randomizer, it was very scary to me because I didn't know very well which rooms had the possibility of Boss Thunder showing up to troll you. But now I have the knowledge, so it isn't that bad. But it still traumatizes me a little. Okay, bentglasstube getting his heart out of the desert tile. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley in Palace 5, not getting the hint, is hurting him badly because he is in Palace 5 very early. He is on attack level 3. You don't want to do Palace 5 with that attack level unless you are jkoper or Yunus. And you definitely don't want to look for the item in Palace 5. But well, the thing that could save TheAllanHeffley at this moment is finding the flute in Palace 5. So let's hope jkoper did a lousy job at this seed and the Palace 5 has a vanilla item. Meanwhile, Link 7 still exploring the east, while jkoper is going for the Valley of the Palace. Palace 5, which is the palace in which TheAllanHeffley is in, and Link 7 finds Hammer Cave in Dead Mountain. We know that the trophy is in Dead Mountain. However, we don't know if that is the item he will find here. We don't even know if he got the hint. I maybe know, but I probably forgot. So everybody taking some risks. The only one that has some peace of mind is jkoper because he has the glove, and well, BGT now has the glove, so they can do palaces at least. jkoper entering 3 or 6, while we will see Link 7 getting the trophy. Well, I guess Link 7 is gonna cash that trophy, see if he gets the reflect spell, which is the one he's missing. jkoper, with his ability to break blocks, is getting through this palace. Meanwhile, bentglasstube is gonna get his abstract technique, while TheAllanHeffley is gonna take Guma on attack 3, and that will be quite an adventure. Thankfully, I believe he has the shield spell. And Link 7 getting the life spell out of Duto, so getting that trophy didn't mean an advantage for him. So there's only one town where the reflect spell can be, and that is New Kasuto. So yeah, hammer required, you called it. TheAllanHeffley is using the glitchy strategy with Guma, while bentglasstube gets his jump spell. jkoper getting close to a dead end in Palace 3, and with dead end I mean an item, the boss, or a key, one of the three. TheAllanHeffley strategy is working out, however it's a very slow strategy. Let's hope he doesn't get punished. Well, thankfully Guma is not hitting very hard today. He has very good resistance to the maze. And jkoper finding Ribonek is about to place his first gem. That's not Ribonek, this is Ribonek, okay. And TheAllanHeffley having a very good fight against Guma, a bit slow, but he did it, and he beat Palace 5, got an extra level, and now he's gonna get another level. So yeah, he should be happy. However, he's gonna look back, he's gonna look for the item in Palace 5. So yeah, for the guys that just tuned in, this race has involved, as always, the hints, and some of the guys didn't get the hint that the glove was in Palace 4, so that's unfortunate for them, because what always happened, and that is that some of the guys got the raft before getting the glove in the west, so that can play a very big role in this randomizer. But well, Link 7 gets the glove out of Palace 4, that's very good for him. So we have 3 players with the glove, the only one that is missing the glove is TheAllanHeffley. But well, that could lead him to the flute, so we don't know yet what will happen. He also is the one that has placed 2 of the gems, so anything can happen as always. So thank you for the host, Yoshi D. We are in a double feature race of the standard Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament. jkoper getting a 1-up out of Palace 3, not what he wanted. And we've got the top players fighting each other and the bottom players fighting each other. However, they are doing so on the same seed. So Palace 5 is proving to be very long as always. It is living up to his name, thankfully. TheAllanHeffley has the fire spell, which is very cheap, and it is connected to the fairy spell. So he's gonna up an A, maybe he decides not to. While bentglasstube enters Palace 3, I believe. Yeah, that is Palace 3. He chooses not to skip the key lock there. Pick the lock. So jkoper looking for things. The east. We don't know where the hammer is. We don't know where the flute is. And I believe all the hints we've gotten have been used by the players. So TheAllanHeffley taking a death in echo key room. And Link 7 dealing with Palace 2. He has the glove, so he has no worries here. jkoper finding the dead end in Palace 3. The only dead end you have at the right side. TheAllanHeffley getting close to 100% Palace 5. So yeah, we will see who walks with the 0-2 honor out of this race. The top players were defeated in the first round, and the bottom players were winners in the first round. So jkoper getting the thunder spell, very good for him. That's another of the things that TheAllanHeffley is missing. He is maybe thinking about what to do, or maybe he got busy. Link 7 getting to the glove block of Palace 2. If the boss is there, that means that whoever gets in here will lose his time. Bentglasstube very close to the boss. And finally TheAllanHeffley finds the item room. Let's hope he doesn't get disappointed. It could be the hammer, it could be the flute, and it is the hammer. So yeah, TheAllanHeffley gets saved by that move, that risky move he took. And the flute is in the water tile, so very important set of items we've got in the last few seconds. Wow. So yeah, what will be the strategy for TheAllanHeffley now? Now we know he needs to find new Kazuto to get the reflex spell. Yeah, the thing is that everybody has to do that search, and they don't know. Everybody has to get the hammer, and they don't know yet. I believe only Link 7 knows that he has to get the hammer. And that's the thing, that TheAllanHeffley, that is the one that got the hammer, doesn't know that the hammer is required. So that could play against him. The only one who knows that is Link 7, but he doesn't know where the hammer is. So yeah, this is anybody's race at this moment. Very, very trolley seed. He doesn't. He doesn't have reflect for one simple reason. He still hasn't found some of the towns. So he still doesn't know that the hammer is required for the reflect spell. So jkoper having a good time in Palace 2. I believe I missed Link 7 defeating the boss of Palace 2. So I'm gonna mark that in the tracker. I'm gonna assume that he did beat the boss of Palace 2. Okay, if someone got reflect, I missed something big. jkoper dealing his final touches on Helmet Head, while TheAllanHeffley will get his Thunder spell in Nabudu. And BGT, where were you? Yeah, I know BGT beat a Palace, but I don't remember where he was. I think he was in 3. Let's say he was in 3. Oh yeah, he has in his tracker that he defeated Palace 1 and 3. TheAllanHeffley has in his tracker that he has defeated Palace 1 and 5. And a 1-up for Link 7. While bentglasstube is facing Guma. Gonna mark it as defeated. Okay, TheAllanHeffley finally gets into New Kasuto. And he gets access to the house, so he's gonna get an extra item there. So that's very good news for TheAllanHeffley. Let's hope he gets the glove soon. As soon as he gets reflect, he's gonna go to Palace 4 and most probably he will look for the item. Let's hope he doesn't get disencouraged by the long Palace 4. So Link 7 is facing Ribbonek. And yeah, TheAllanHeffley getting the reflect spell. So now let's see what he does. Gonna find out what the spell is. He doesn't know that the glove is in 4, so he will probably get all the items in the east before he goes back. That's unfortunate. That will be unfortunate. Let's see what he does. He gets a magic container, not bad. So, for example, for TheAllanHeffley not having the flute at that point is hurting him because he cannot access that palace that is there. But he just found the water tile where the loot is. I'm gonna mark it on his tracker because if I don't, I will forget to do so. So gonna get his flute, he's gonna be happy, and he's gonna go beat that palace that is right next door. However, it is probable that he can. That could be Palace 2, and I believe Palace 2 is glove blocked. I'm not very sure, but I think that's the way. Yeah, but exploring the item in 5 is always gonna be non-desirable. It's a very long palace, and yeah, those items can be anywhere, not only in Palace 5, so I understand his decision, but well, he's getting very punished by it. He still doesn't know that it is required, or does he? So jkoper placing a gem on a palace. I don't know what it was. Okay, starting to get unfocused. That is Barba, so that is Palace 6 for jkoper. Oh, jkoper looking for the item out of Palace 6. And bentglasstube getting his Thunder spell. I guess now bentglasstube knows that the hammer is required. The bat knows nothing. And TheAllanHeffley getting the bad news about the glove block. Yes, this will hurt TheAllanHeffley very much. Meanwhile, jkoper finding the item in Palace 6. I guess it is nothing important, but well, we'll see. Could be a hard container or magic container. And Link 7 finding the item. And it is the magic key for TheAllanHeffley in Palace 2. And Link 7 very lucky, he found the hammer. So now we will see what the item in Palace 6 is. Now the one that is gonna take the punishment. Oh no, he's not, because he has the glove. bentglasstube will be able to get to beat Palace 2 and get a magic key if he finds it. jkoper defeating the guard of the item room in Palace 6. And it is a magic container. That will help him, but that was clearly not what he wanted. He needs to find that hammer. And he has no idea that that hammer is in Palace 5. So at this moment, I guess the one that is looking In better shape is Mr. Link 7. However, this race still has ways to go. bentglasstube in the glove blocked room. TheAllanHeffley is still exploring Palace 2, and this is hurting very much because Palace 2 is very big. It is not that big, but the way it is laid out makes you spend quite a long time if you don't know the way. So yeah, so bentglasstube defeating the boss of Palace 2. That rhymed. Meanwhile, jkoper in Death Mountain. He will find the trophy in Hammer Cave. If he finds Hammer Cave, he will not be happy because that will lead to the jump spell in Pluto. Sorry, to the life spell. Yeah, Link 7 clearly has the lead at this moment. He knows everything that has to be known. So the only thing that can stop him is a very trolly GP. But let's see how the other players deal with their own problems. jkoper is missing the hammer. TheAllanHeffley is missing the glove. bentglasstube is missing the hammer and the flute. So yeah, everyone has its weakness. So I'm guessing Link 7 just defeated Guma. Yeah, you're right, the Countess. That is very good for him to be exploring Palace 4 at this moment. Okay, his signal is buffering. I'm gonna refresh, so we're gonna lose the signal of all the players at this moment, but it's now or never. Let's see. So yeah, TheAllanHeffley went offline. That is bad news for us because we don't know if we will get the glove. Thankfully, he has a tracker. I'm gonna tell him in IRC. So jkoper finds the rock, but he cannot do anything about it, and we know that the rock has to be hiding something useless. So yeah, very unlucky for him. Meanwhile, bentglasstube. Okay, we've gotten TheAllanHeffley back. That is good for us. And he hasn't gotten the glove yet, but he's about to find the boss. Let's hope he goes back as soon as he finds the boss. But anything can happen. Okay, thank you, Nier, for that information. And yeah, you're right. absolutely right. And TheAllanHeffley defeating Karok at this moment. Well, he hasn't done it, but he will soon. And we've got Link 7 at Palace 4. And bentglasstube at Barba. So I think I messed up the tracker. Because yeah, bentglasstube hasn't defeated Karok. And TheAllanHeffley just did his deed with Karok, yeah. Meanwhile, Link 7 is doing his business with Karok. And jkoper just gotten his trophy, I believe. And thankfully, TheAllanHeffley is going back for the glove. He doesn't know, but he will be surprised by it. So I believe it is only Palace 6 or Link 7. But yeah, I mean, bentglasstube has done an amazing race. He only needs to beat one palace, if I am not wrong on my tracker. But he doesn't know that the item he needs to beat that palace is in Palace 5, so that will hurt him horribly. He's gonna look for the rock at this moment, I believe. Yeah, sorry about that. You get confused sometimes at this game. So bentglasstube in that mountain, I don't remember him getting the trophy. So that's Hammer Cave, yeah, he hasn't gotten the trophy, so he still doesn't know that the hammer is required. Yeah, this seed has been very punishing for the guys that don't make the right decision. So jkoper getting his life spell and getting the news that the hammer is required. Meanwhile, bentglasstube getting his trophy, he's about to find that same fate. TheAllanHeffley in Palace 6 as well as Link 7's. And Link 7's finds Barba. So he's about to enter the Great Palace at any moment, I believe, if I haven't made any mistakes. So bentglasstube crossing Parappa. Well, jkoper is going to the right place. He's getting into 5. Meanwhile, bentglasstube is gonna find the sad truth in Ruto. And very short Palace 6. So TheAllanHeffley is in Barba's chambers. And there goes the face palm for bentglasstube. So link 7 going straight to Great Palace. He's gonna enter Great Palace on a time of 1:11:29. 25, let's say. 1:11:25, and TheAllanHeffley taking a death to Guma. He only has 1 life, so he has to keep it together for this fight. It is not a very long Palace 6, but he needs to... Okay, he died after he defeated Barba, so yeah. Thankfully he didn't get soft-locked. Yeah, BGT just got punished in the worst way that can be. And there is no hint that tells you that the flute, that the hammer is in P5. So link 7 in Great Palace, fighting Thunderbird. Very good fight, not very quick to beat Thunderbird, but he did very well. Let's see how trolly this Great Palace is. So early Thunderbird has been the thing on these tournament seats. We'll see if jkoper finds what he's looking for. He's at the right place and he's going left, so that can only mean good news for him. But let's see who does it. If he finds it faster, then TheAllanHeffley completes the palaces he has to. Very good decision there on the inside, docking for the knives. Those look like shield wouldn't help. So now he needs to do the setup of the room in a way that he can jump. So jkoper, I believe he got his hammer. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, he did. Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley revisiting Palace 2 doesn't look like he knows his way. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, a drop for link 7, he declines. It's to see what is up there first. Last Great Palace that Ryan and Nightcrawler had was very, very, very punishing. bentglasstube falling into Canada, and jkoper finding Guma. Gonna mark him as defeated because otherwise I'll forget later. Well, I believe Link kind of looped in some way. And things don't look very good in the TheAllanHeffley's screen. I'm not sure that is the way, but well, I hope it is, but I don't think it is. So having the hammer, jkoper is gonna try to locate Nukasudo. Let's hope he knows where it is. Meanwhile, bentglasstube, Palace 6. Still looking for the item, I guess. He already defeated Barba. I would say between the runners that are not in Great Palace, as you can see, Link 7 is in the lead because he is in Great Palace. Among the runners that are not in Great Palace, I'd say TheAllanHeffley has the lead. However, he's taking a very long time in Palace 2, and he already knew the way in, so that is costing him a bit here. Yeah, I don't know if jkoper defeated Palace 1, but I'm guessing he did, because well, Palace 1 was on the west, pretty free palace to beat, so I guess I just missed it, but I'm guessing he did. Let's check when he pauses how many gems he has left. TheAllanHeffley finding the item room again that he already visited. So yeah, he must be feeling salty because he's making some mistakes in this Palace 2 exploration. He forgot everything. Well, now he's at the right place at last. But he's low on health. Let's see what he does to survive. And he doesn't survive. But thankfully he has 2 more lives. bentglasstube finally finding the item room in Palace 6. He's gonna find that it is just a magic container, so he's not gonna be happy. Meanwhile, this great palace is proving to be quite a chore. I haven't paid attention to it. So here is the Eon drop, while TheAllanHeffley finally is beating Helmet Head. And finally, Link 7 finds Dark Link. Or Dark Zelda. So yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get the revenge you were hoping for. The avenge, I meant. You were hoping for. But well, Link 7 is a very talented player and he was definitely lucky tonight, so GG to Link 7, who finished in first place with a time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, 12 seconds. Okay, so let me check, because he's in, but I believe I'm not. Okay, Link 7, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey Victor.
Hey, how are you doing? GG and congratulations on your second match victory.
Hey, thanks. I think that ended pretty well anyway.
Yeah, it was a pretty punishing seed. Well, having the hammer as a required item in Palace 5 and not getting any hint about it or something that told you that it could be there, it was pretty nasty. So what led you to explore the item in Palace 5 before exploring something else?
Well, I mean, at that point, that's all I had left basically was 5 and 6. I had explored everything else.
Yeah, I'm also...
I mean, if I look at basically my tracker, it doesn't look like it, but basically I had the Rock and Death Mountain, which you can't get without the hammer, and New Kasuto, which you can't get without the hammer, and then the items in 5 and 6. So it was 5 or 6 at that point, which meant I was diving whichever one I was going through.
Well, yeah, but well, that proved that you did a very good job completing everything that the game threw you in your way. So yeah, you kind of forced your way through. So yeah, congratulations, very good time. None of the players are even in Great Palace at this moment. So yeah, you had a very, very, very good lead on them. Yeah, so congratulations.
Too. That Great Palace, it wasn't that hard, but it was so long. I can't believe that was a short Great Palace.
Yeah, you took quite a while in there.
I mean, the like right at the beginning, there was that statue room, the Jackamus room, had an elevator down, and then there was Thunderbird. So I figured, oh, half of it was down there, and the other half is on the other side. But there must have been like 3 rooms down there, and then you had to traverse the entire rest.
Yeah. So yeah, not knowing how long it was before Thunderbird, it can make you doubt yourself about going in drops and things. But well, thankfully you did a very good job at it and finished the seed. Now bentglasstube is finding the sad news that Palace 6 only has a magic container.
Oh, ouch.
Meanwhile, TheAllanHeffley is facing Ribbonek.
Actually, the drop rooms in Great Palace weren't actually too bad because I reached a point where my choice was one of 2 drop rooms, and I ended up taking the one that sent me on a short loop back and forced me to take the other one. And then there was the Eon room right before Dark Link, and I knew that had to be like one of the last rooms, so there's no way I'm taking the drop.
Yeah, that was a very good job, a very good decision. So we've got a neck-to-neck race between TheAllanHeffley and jkoper, because okay, no, the information I got from the chat was wrong. jkoper hasn't defeated Horsehead, so yeah, TheAllanHeffley is in the lead. He's going straight to Great Palace at this moment, but well, Palace 1 is not that great of a palace, so things will be close once inside Great Palace, because as we just saw on Link 7, it was a pretty confusing Great Palace at some points. Yeah, I misread that. Sorry, the Countess. I just blamed you for something you didn't. I just misread what you said. So yeah, jkoper just finds Horsehead. He's gonna do his job on it, and then he will go to Great Palace. So the TheAllanHeffley entered Great Palace at 1 hour 26 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see how jkoper deals with it.
I ended up doing 2 somewhat early because I kept having troubles with keys, and magic key in 2 is one of the hints.
Oh, I didn't catch that hint. Well, that was good. But you entered to having the glove, of course, right?
Yeah, I already had the glove because I had gotten that hint, and I dove for pretty early just for the glove, and I think I failed because I was out of keys. But then later when I came back to start searching more items, I went for gloves so I could start looking at palaces.
Yeah, some of the players had to explore 2 more than once, like TheAllanHeffley. And the second time he got lost, he almost did all the exploration all over again because he didn't remember where the glove blocked room was. But well, he's in the lead at this moment. However, Great Palace is a great equalizer. jkoper just entered, so TheAllanHeffley has like a minute and a half lead, which is a very small lead.
Well, and he'll probably catch up right here just because jkoper's at attack 7. And that Thunderbird fight time will probably even him out pretty good.
Yeah, you were at attack 5-2 and it was pretty long for you. You did very well, but let's hope he doesn't die. And well, he beats him. But yeah, as you said, jkoper can catch TheAllanHeffley here because this bird will go down faster. So bentglasstube finally looking for the item in Palace 5.
Well, I think the first time I dove Palace 4 and totally failed, I ended up, because of all the locked doors, I ended up going directly to Karok's room. So late at the end game, when I finally had reflect, I knew exactly where to go. So it was really short going back.
Yeah, most of the guys, when they found Karok, they got disencouraged and exit the palace. Yeah, and I believe. Well, did you get the hint about the glove, or did you just find it?
No, I got the hint about the glove, but the first time I was there, I had no keys and only 2. I could only cast fairy twice. So once I found the Karok room, I knew there were so many locked doors. I left to go do other things.
Okay, so you could have gotten the glove very early, but if you got in
Yeah, I kind of
keys.
came back in the middle, maybe halfway through the seed and got it.
Oh, bentglasstube finally is getting the hammer. He's gonna go find New Kazuto and get his reflex spell, go beat Karok and go enter the Great Palace.
Definitely upstab required, as we saw on Alan.
Yeah. Thankfully, all of you got the upstab technique, I believe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure TheAllanHeffley got it. Now we saw jkoper getting it. I hope the bentglasstube got it. I think he did, but not sure.
Yeah, most likely.
TheAllanHeffley in the dead end to the left that doesn't have the jars. Going into a fan room. And bentglasstube going into new Kazuto. Going straight for the spell he needs. So jkoper in the left dead end room that has the jars. He finds a bird. Yeah, the race was so intense between jkoper and TheAllanHeffley that I couldn't pay so much attention to your side of things. But well, jkoper just did what you kind of did and was going back into that room, the abstab required room, going back from left to right. So I'm guessing he's kind of on the right way, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think TheAllanHeffley took the other drop, so he's a little bit ahead, but he'll have a little less knowledge.
So jkoper taking the drop that led TheAllanHeffley a while ago here. TheAllanHeffley going to the L7 drop. And that leads him to the top of the L7 drop. So yeah, we've gotten a lot of races this tournament that have come up to the Great Palace Exploration, yeah. The Great Equalizer. Meanwhile, bentglasstube defeating Karok, he's gonna join these two in Great Palace soon. The Eon drop for TheAllanHeffley, he doesn't take it, he goes, so he's ahead I believe, and yeah, there is Dark Link. And yeah, that is very fortunate for him. The last race, he lost the race in Great Palace, very close to Duster W. Now he got lucky and well, he's defeating Dark Zelda. Let's hope he does it. I don't know how he is in terms of lives. Let's hope he doesn't die. Man, die Zelda. Oh my god. He's now in zombie mode, but well, he gets it. GG to TheAllanHeffley. However, TheAllanHeffley has a problem, and it is that he isn't in IRC. So he needs to log in into IRC and type .done. And yeah, he just joins the channel and he's about to type it, and he does. So GG to TheAllanHeffley.
Yeah, he took the correct drop room and just maintained that little bit of lead over jkoper. jkoper will be done pretty soon as long as he doesn't take that Eon drop.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't. And he doesn't, so he's going straight into Dark Link. Meanwhile, bentglasstube into the Jakimu's room. He's going for Thunderbird. He's on attack 6, so we're gonna have a medium-sized fight here. So yeah, GG to jkoper, who finished in 3rd place with a time of 1 hour 37 minutes and 12 seconds. That is 1 minute and 2 seconds behind TheAllanHeffley, so very close race. However, TheAllanHeffley had quite a bit of problems hitting the dot done thing in the IRC, but well, a very close race nevertheless. So yeah, congratulations to TheAllanHeffley and to Link7 for winning their races.
Yeah, I really thought if I lose because I got kicked out of the room because my internet hiccuped, then I would have been really, really salty.
Yeah, that could have happened, but yeah, well, thankfully jkoper was a little bit behind, but yeah, that could have happened. That would have been very unfortunate. But well, congratulations, man, winning your match, and thankfully this time GP wasn't trolley to you. So yeah, congratulations. You had a very, very close race against Duster, and well, now you had the chance to win this one. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. I honestly, I thought I lost it whenever I got lost in 2, when I went back to 2, but yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Another thing that played against you was that you didn't get the hint about the glove, and yeah, the other guys, I believe they did. It was a hint in Saria.
Actually, I did get the hint about the glove. I just waited till
really?
when I needed it to get it. Yeah.
Okay, so you did the same.
I didn't want to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You did the same that Link7 did. You didn't want to go inside that palace without keys and with low levels.
I'm sorry. Well, that, and I didn't want to double dip 4 also, because 4's already nightmare enough. But yeah, I didn't want to do 4 without, key, or I already had fairy, but without any keys, or really, I just didn't want to double dip it anyway. So I just waited till the last minute.
Okay, and what led you to explore the item in 5? That was a surprising move for us.
It's 5. I don't want to have to feel like I need to come back because I still needed the flute. So it was like, why not? I'm already there. I already explored a good portion of it, so I felt like that was kind of close to the item anyway.
Yeah, and you didn't even know that the hammer would be required, so yeah, that was pretty lucky and a very good decision on your side. I wouldn't have done it. I would have taken the bentglasstube way, and he's running at this moment, so yeah, that would have been the wrong decision. But yeah, congratulations on making those risky decisions, and you did a very good job. Well, Link destroyed this seed, but you did a very good job at it. So yeah, congratulations on winning this match.
Yeah, GG Link, and GG jkoper also.
So jkoper, GG.
Thanks.
Man, you were pretty close. You entered Great Palace 1 minute and 30 seconds behind TheAllanHeffley. However, TheAllanHeffley had attack level 5, so his fight with Thunderbird was way longer than yours, so you caught up to him. But well, it turned out that you made the wrong decision in Great Palace, and that cost you the race. But well, congratulations, you did a very good job at this seed and you almost won the race. That should hurt. I don't remember how your previous race went, but well, this one was pretty close, so yeah, GG, man.
My first race I lost to a Toaster. I think he had maybe the best time of the tournament, I don't know, one of them.
Oh yeah, I watched that race. Sorry, my memory. Yeah, that was pretty close too. That was amazingly close too.
Well, I mean, they're not as close as this one. But this one, it sounds like I just got exceedingly unlucky. Based on...
You kind of had a choice of 2 drop rooms there, and you and I both picked the wrong one. So I'm still not sure that would have been enough. I think TheAllanHeffley may have still been like 1 room ahead of you without that, but
right, but
you probably 5 rooms behind.
But well before that, I had a 50-50 between Death Mountain and the and Palace 5 for the hammer, and I took Death Mountain first. So I mean, that easily wasted 10 minutes. So
that may have been part of my faster time. Is I did go to Death Mountain, but it was super short for me. I just got lucky finding the hammer cave.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I explored a large number of caves. I don't know, at least 20, 30 something. So yeah, but I figured it was worth going in there since I was close. Like, the first time I went to 5, I said, let's not do this. My levels were low. I didn't have the key yet. I figured I might not end up getting the magic key still. I didn't have or either I'd get the magic key or I'd have higher magic levels, so fairy would be cheaper by the time I came back, or I'd have more keys just from killing enemies.
I really ended up in Death Mountain for a totally different reason, because I knew I was either going to need the trophy or the hammer, and the hint said the trophy was in Death Mountain, so I was going to try to do that and hope the hammer wasn't required.
Right. Yeah. No, I knew it was trophy or hammer too. What am I saying? But there was 50-50 that the hammer was in there too. So it was very good chance that whatever I needed was in Death Mountain, I guess.
Yeah, you both guys did the same, but you did it at different times, I believe. So yeah, in the end,
50-50 on if the hammer was in 5 or 6.
Yeah, I did 6 first though, because I figured that 6 you're always going right. And I would and then if the boss was fast, then maybe I just come back there later. But then I killed the boss and then went back 1 room and went down, and then there was the path to the item right there. So that worked out well. And then I was right by Death Mountain after that finished, so I went there.
So guys, we've got an unrelated question on chat. Ryan7 is asking, what color underwear are you wearing at this moment? I know it's weird, but well, I didn't make this the question, so blame Ryan.
I guess I'd say blue is the predominant color.
And
Yes,
Yunus
very
just,
weird question. Though.
yeah, Yunus just puts a kind of weird face emote in the chat. I'm about to check, but I'm afraid that it will be shown in the camera, so I guess I won't. I don't remember what color they are. So bentglasstube is going through a theater room at this moment.
I think he's close to the end as long as he doesn't take the end drop.
Were there 4 item location hints? Because I feel like I forgot a hint, maybe, or maybe I didn't, and maybe I didn't see a 4th one. I'm not sure.
Okay, there was one about the boots in the maze. There was
I got that one
about the glove in 4.
Mhm.
What else was there?
There was one for the magic key in 2.
That is correct.
I got that one. And then
Those
I
are
don't.
the 3 I got.
Yeah, I don't know if that was it. That must have been it. That's probably it.
There's a total of 4, so there's another one somewhere.
Yeah, it could have been in Old Kasuto.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, either old Kasuto or new Kasuto. I don't think any of us checked.
Yeah, I didn't check New Kasuto either.
Okay, I'm not going to old Kusuto and checking that. There's no way.
And I made some small errors that probably added up to a minute too, so that's a little frustrating. Yeah, I would like going the wrong direction a couple times, and I forgot that I was going to get a key from the Rebanak before the item in 6, so I had to get that there. But
Okay, so
they were talking. I heard when I came in, it sounded like they were talking that neither of them went into 4 early for the glove.
I didn't know.
I dove for it and found the boss instead, and then I left and came back later.
Yeah, I spent a little time there at the beginning. Because
you were the first one that got the glove. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that, if I know where the glove is, I might as well just get it, because the whole rest of the seed could be just blocked off by the glove. So I didn't want to have to deal with not having it, and then I'd have to make decisions later about should I look for the item in here without the glove or whatever. So let's get this now, get it out of the way, and then even the item for reflect could have been blocked by the glove.
Yeah, I definitely got it before I started going in on other palaces, for sure.
Yeah, I would have done the same as you, jkoper, because, well, I like having the peace of mind of knowing that I can do palaces if I find them. So, yeah, but I think the punishment for you was more about the hammer thing, but you never know when you're gonna get more required items than the glove. And the flute, of course. Okay, so bentglasstube is passing on the interview. So I believe we can wrap up this night. Very exciting races. So congratulations to the winners, and GG to jkoper and bentglasstube. They did very good. bentglasstube was just punished by the way he did things, but he did very well. So yeah, so we've got 3 more guys having 2 victories. Oh, sorry. So earlier Ryan Zevon was defeated by Nightcrawler, and now, well, the winners are TheAllanHeffley and Link7. So tomorrow we're gonna get Q Lane versus Sarnax. at 8 p.m. You cannot miss that. It is a very close race too. And Amazing Toaster versus Duster W. That will be a good race. That will be on at 10 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, see you tomorrow with those two races. We don't know yet if they will be restreamed and who will do them, but well, as soon as we know, we'll tell you. So yeah, good night guys. Thank you for giving us such a great show. Very, very close race. And yeah, thank you guys. GG to everybody.
And thank you, Victor, for
thanks for
getting this on the air and pretty much just doing this solo. That was really, really, really awesome, man.
Later, guys.
Okay, guys, good night. See you next round. Let's hope we all make it to the second round. Okay, bye. I'm gonna cut the stream.